Welcome to the start of the hike. We're officially on like the actual trailhead. This hike has a pretty significant section of it is walking down an OHV road. So there is that, just giving you a heads up. You have a good walk before you hit this stuff. But hopefully it's worth it. It looks like it is. So welcome to the adventure to Boulder Mountain. A little bit earlier, I did Sugarloaf Mountain, which I'll point out when we get to the top here. And overall, this little area, I'm just kind of hitting a bunch of like smaller hikes and enjoying the day. I definitely tried filming a video earlier in this year in the winter, but it was either snowing, like -10, or it was like 80-mile-an-hour winds this winter. So it just wasn't, I mean, it was okay. It was okay-ish to hike some days, but it wasn't really good for filming. So there's that. And overall, there's some storms kind of distance. Looking at the radar, they're going to stay over that way pretty much for the day, luckily. So that's cool. They're going to stay south. And this summer's been interesting. I'll tell you what, it's been a very wet summer. It's been hard to get some hikes in already. So it is what it is. And so I'm trying to get as many in as I can. As I can each day I can go out hiking. So here we are, we're hitting like 3, definitely doing 3 right now. I might do a 4th, but I think the storms will shift by that point and start coming over Nederland, because that one is over closer to Nederland. But yeah, overall, we're pretty much working our way up. We're right near Boulder Valley Canyon, a beautiful road that takes you up to Nederland, and there's a bunch of small hikes that dot up like the canyon and that. So here we are. We're doing Boulder Mountain. That's all I really have to say for right now. And beautiful day. No wind really at all, but that might change once we get out of this tree line. And yeah, please. And all this rain, the wildflowers this year are everywhere. It's really pretty. It's just weird. That was thunder, but like I said, it's staying over that way. So here and there you hear some rumbles. It's just weird in the middle of a hike and hear that. You're going to the top of a mountain. You shouldn't be doing that. And I'm going to stop talking. I keep rambling. Let's keep on trucking. Here's some scenic shots of the drone and everything, and I'll see you at the top. Welcome to the top of Bald Mountain. I see where it gets its name. It's bald. No trees up here, except back there. Right over there, boom, see that little peak? That is Sugarloaf Mountain. The parking lot's like right at the base right over there, and then you walk on this little OHV trail all the way over and then up. Holy crap! That's all I gotta say is, man, I'm sweating. All the elevation gain is in like one big push, and there's no switchbacks. This feels like a lot of PA hikes do this. There's no switchbacks. You just like, all right, we're going up the mountain now, and there's no relief. It's just boom. Wow, that was like an intense like 700 foot climb. That was cool. That was harder than I thought it was going to be, but that was cool. I like something a little more of a challenge. But it's, what a view! My goodness, we have some storms popping up over these like taller mountains here. Like I said, the storms are going to stay over there. What the radar is looking like and everything today, this is probably about as close as they're going to get. But they're just going to kind of hang out there and fizzle out, more or less. But that kind of happens out here. That generally is something you do want to watch for and be careful for when you're hiking out here, especially taller peaks. Because if you see, a lot of these taller peaks just have these plumes over them. And normally about like between 12 and 3 o'clock, pop-up storms come up over those mountains from all the warm valley airs coming up to the top of the mountain, and then it's so cold up there, it condenses quick, and boom, you have these flash storms. So whenever you're hiking out here, always check the weather before you go out, and try and get there early, and make sure you're most likely coming down off the mountain by noon, just because for the safety factor of it. But yeah, overall, I mean, that's a little tidbit for you. But what a view! Beautiful stuff. Indian Peaks right here. I think Mount Evans is over here. I think it's over there. I'm a little lost here. There's clouds. I'm a little lost. But I know Indian Peaks is back here. Beautiful stuff. I would say this hike is worth it. Even though it's a little boring at first on an OHV trail. It's a really nice intense climb getting up here. But it's just scenic all the way around. 360, well, let's say 270 degree view. You can't really see much there, but awesome hike. Can't complain. Pretty, because all the wildflowers are out right now. Like earlier in the season, early June and stuff, a lot of flowers and stuff are blooming and getting going before it gets like dry in the summer, and it is cool. Way prettier than I thought. This is a neat trail. So we're on our way down the trail. Gotta watch where I'm walking. This one definitely doesn't seem like it's as hiked as a lot of the others that, or at least the others in this area. It's a lot of spots are a bit overgrown, and it's not super like traversed, which I kind of like it. It's a little quieter, not as many people here. I noticed something too. The rocks and stuff here are white. They're a different color than a lot of other spots. Look how light this stuff is. Oh, look at that. The sun's poking out over at Indian Peaks. Cool. This probably looks like nothing on here. All right, I'm gonna stop rambling on. We're gonna keep trucking down this. Probably be like a minute or so of walking down, you know, and then give you the hike stats of this. And pretty much we're done with this one. So if you watched the first one of these few hikes I'm filming today, you know I'm going to a third hike. We're going over to Dream Canyon, I think it's called. I'd have to, whoa, watch where you're walking. You have to, I'll have to look it up, but that'll be in that video. So, see you on the next one. This was a great hike, way cooler than I expected. A good challenge. It's longer, there's a good flat section, but it's worth it. The actual hike portion is really cool. See you on the next one.